To know a developed country, a lot of indices must be checked. Things like a highly developed economy, technological advancement, and infrastructural growth are just a few criteria to know whether a country can be considered as a developed nation. In this video, we are talking about 15 most developed countries to live in the world 2024. Let's start the video. Number 15. Switzerland. Switzerland always ranks in the top spot in almost every positive indices, be it on safety, education, welfare, employment, and even infrastructure. Plus, it is also among the most wealthiest nations in the world. It is known for its neutrality and high levels of safety assurances that has allowed it to pursue an economic model based on stability and long-term monetary security, making it the preferred choice for investors around the globe apart from foreign investments. Number 14. Norway. The world's most developed country is Norway, with a Human Development Index of 0.944. The economy of Norway is mixed and ever-growing since the start of industrial era. Norway's GDP is $277.1 billion and $55,009 per capita. Norway has a strongly integrated welfare system, a life expectancy of 80.57, and extremely high standards of living compared to other European countries. Number 13. Iceland. Regarded as one of the most peaceful countries, Iceland has maintained its position in the top 3 most developed countries for quite a while now. The economy of the country isn't that high, but its income per capita is still very impressive, as its GDP per capita is the 6th highest in the world. Having no standing army of its own, Iceland is also one of the most tolerant countries in the world. It provides equality, civil liberties, and freedom of choice to all of its citizens overall, with an HDI score of 0.959. Iceland has one of the highest standards of living. Number 12. Australia. 12 on the list is Australia. Australia has one of the largest capitalist economies in the world. The major contribution to its GDP of $970.8 billion, $42,640 per capita, is made by the service sector, while mining and agriculture also make significant contributions. Apart from its wealthy economy, human development, healthcare, and civil rights exercised by its citizens make the country the second most developed in the world. Number 11. Denmark. Denmark has ascended one position in this year's ranking, positioning itself on the number 5 spot with an HDI score of 0.948. And just like the other Scandinavian countries, it consistently ranks as one of the happiest countries in the world. The Danish people enjoy a high quality of life with a strong emphasis on work-life balance, social support, and community. Number 10. Ireland. Unlike the neighboring UK, Ireland is still part of the EU and has made great strides in distinguishing itself among its rivals, as is strong industrialized economy, backed by a growing IT sector. In prior years, it wasn't as economically robust. But after the UK's exit from the European Union, most of the multinational corporations and EU companies shifted their offices to Ireland, strongly boosting its economy and service. Number 9. Germany. The 9th most developed country on our list is Germany. Germany is the most industrialized, most populous, and the largest national economy in Europe. The concept of social market economy forms the basis of Germany economy. The country is also one of the largest global exporters in the world and is rich in minerals like nickel, iron, copper, natural gas, etc. The GDP for Germany is $3.2 trillion and $39,028 per capita, while the life expectancy is 80.44 years. Number 8. United States of America. World's largest single national economy is United States, USA, which makes it the world's foremost economic power. The country's GDP of $15.7 trillion, $49,922 per capita, is almost a quarter of the total world's GDP. Also, the country has an abundance of natural resources. The infrastructure is well developed and the productivity is very high. Although the country lags a little behind in terms of life expectancy, which is 78.75, US is the 5th most developed country in the world. Number 7. Finland. Consistently ranking as the country with the highest happiness index, Finland reserves the 10th spot on the most developed countries list with an HDI score of 0. 940, despite its remoteness, it preserves a well-developed industrial sector, an advanced economy and welfare services for almost all of its citizens in terms of economic performance. Number 6. Singapore. Against 2013's Human Development Index rankings, Singapore has moved up by 3 positions and currently is the 9th most developed country in the world. A high-tech and one of the most prosperous countries in the world, Singapore also enjoys one of the world's highest standards of living. With a highly trade-oriented market economy, Singapore has a GDP of $326.5 billion and $60,410 per capita and 4th longest life expectancy, which is 84.38 years. Number 5. New Zealand. New Zealand is a wealthy nation comprising of 2 main islands and many smaller islands. The country has a market economy, which is prominently dependent upon agriculture, but manufacturing and tourism also make significant contributions. The life expectancy in New Zealand is 80.93 and the country's GDP is $132.0 billion and $29,730 per capita. With its Human Development Index at 0.910, it is world's 7th most developed country currently. Number 4. Belgium. Home to the headquarters of the EU and NATO, Belgium is always considered by most to be the capital of Europe, with its rich history and lively Flemish culture. The foundations of creating a well-developed nation are practically embedded in its people, and its current HDI score of 0. 937 exhibits this feat, moreover in contrast to its relatively small size. Number 3. Canada. Canada has been facing a steady decline in its Human Development Index for the last consecutive 5 years. In the past, it always used to rank among the top 10 most developed countries in the world, but now with its HDI score of 0, 936. Canada, one of the richest countries of the world, and a member of the G7 coalition, Canada still prides itself for housing a steady job market with plenty of opportunities. Number 2. Sweden. Sweden is one of the most highly developed post-industrial societies in the world. Its economy operates as a mix of high-tech industrial capitalism and extensive welfare benefits, although Sweden has the highest income tax rate in the world. The country is also known for having a high quality of life and subsidized access to healthcare and higher education. On the flip side, it has dropped 1 position from its recent. Number 1. Luxembourg. Despite its relatively small size and lack of available natural resources, Luxembourg has grown into a highly developed and industrialized nation with a free enterprise economy. Consisting of a vital financial services sector, the country boasts one of the highest median incomes per capita, clocking at around $132,000. The safety aspect of the country is also top-notch, as it ranks as the 6th safest in the world with very low crime rates. If you found this video interesting, please let us in comments below. Also, like and subscribe to our channel for future updates. See you next time.